Hello and welcome to Education at SSBJ Online Video Tutorials. We are in the chapter Stars and Solar System of Class 8th CBSE. In this video, we are going to learn about meteors and meteorites. And then we shall also discuss about the artificial satellites. Now, first of all, meteors and meteorites. At night, when the sky is clear and the moon is not there, you may sometimes see a bright streaks of light in the sky. They are commonly known as shooting stars. Although they are not stars, but they are meteors. It appears a star is falling towards us in the sky. But what is meteor then? Meteor is usually a small object that sometimes enters the Earth's atmosphere. At that time, it has a very high speed. Now, when it enters into the atmosphere, there will be friction with atmospheric air, and then that object heats up, and when it heats up, sometimes it starts burning, it glows, and then it may evaporate quickly. And that is why for us in the night it appears like a star falling down, and we call it as a shooting star. Sometimes what happens, some meteors are large, so they'll not be evaporate and convert into ash in the atmosphere itself. So part of that object will burn in the air, but rest of the object, which is a rocky, that will hit on the earth. And once the meteor hit on the earth, that object is referred as meteorite. Scientists are very curious to study meteorites. What do we get when we study meteorite? Meteorite helps scientists in investigating the nature of the material from which the solar system is formed. With the help of meteorite, even we can estimate the age of the solar system. Another member of the solar system is a satellite, but this is not a natural satellite. This is an artificial satellite. You must have heard that there are a number of artificial satellites which are orbiting the sun. You might wonder how artificial satellites are different from natural satellites. Artificial satellites are man-made. They are launched from the earth. They revolve around the earth much closer than the earth's natural satellite, that is moon. India has built and launched several artificial satellites. Aryabhatta was the first Indian satellite. Some other Indian satellites are INSAT, IRS, Indian Remote Sensing Satellite, Kalpana 1, EduSat, and many more. Artificial satellites have many practical applications. They are used for forecasting weather, transmitting television and radio signals, and also in communications. and remote sensing. Before we conclude this chapter, we shall refresh our understanding with few multiple choice questions. And these questions are picked up from CBSE resources. The first question, the table lists few objects seen in the sky. We see moon in the sky, we see Saturn, pole star and comets. What is these objects collectively known as? Are they known as asteroids or celestial bodies or planets or stars? Now look at this. Moon is a satellite. Saturn is a planet. Right? Pole star is a star. Whereas comet is a separate celestial body. Right? So they are individually different, but all together can be called as celestial bodies. So the right answer is celestial bodies. So this question tests us whether we know what are asteroids, celestial bodies, planets and stars. Okay, so right answer is option D. We'll go for the next question. A student studies that stars, planets, moon, asteroids, etc. are considered as called celestial object. What describes a celestial object? Okay, option 1, natural bodies, that is outside the atmosphere of the earth. Second, artificial bodies that are sent far into the solar system. Third, artificial bodies that revolves around the earth. He is speaking about artificial satellite. Natural bodies that revolves around the earth. Right? So, out of this, we can cancel these two because they are the artificial bodies. Artificial bodies are not included as celestial bodies. Now next one is natural bodies that revolve around the earth. No, because they are either planets or natural bodies revolve around the earth, he said. It's a moon. Okay, so the first answer is correct. Natural bodies that is outside the atmosphere of the earth. Right? So we have to carefully read it before we put a tick mark. So option A. Next, the image represents the different phases of the moon appears from the earth. Please recall a video tutorial on how the phases of the moon occur. So what causes the phases of the moon to change? Is it the rotation of the earth around its axis? Definitely not. Day and night occur because of the rotation of the earth on its own axis. Is it because of the rotation of the moon on its own axis or a revolution of the moon around the sun or revolution of the moon around the earth? Yes. What we have learned is when the moon goes around the earth, then the sunshine on the moon varies when we look at moon from the earth, and that appears as different phases of moon. So answer should be option D. Next, the image represents two constellations marked as A and B. Okay, two constellations are there. Now this is the constellation. Please recall, it looks like a big dipper. And what is dipper? It's a kind of a, container type where you can dip into water, let's say, and collect water and drink. Right? So this is what is a big dipper, or we can call this as a Ursa Major. Right? So it's Ursa Major. Can you name one more. Its another name is also Saptarishi Mandala, right? So this is also called as Saptarishi Mandala. Now this one is a hunter constellation, or it is called Orion constellations. So Orion, okay. So we have Orion as well as Ursa Major. Ursa Major. So remember this. These diagrams are very important as far as exams are concerned. It's in your syllabus. Okay. You may expect these drawings in your question paper. So our answer should be Orion and Leo. So Leo is not there. That's cancelled. Orion and Ursa Major. Right. And next Ursa Major and Aries, and D Ursa Major and Orion. So this is the correct. See the combination here. This one and this one. Look at this. B says Orion and Ursa Major. Okay. A Orion. So A is not Orion. A is Ursa Major. So A is Ursa Major and B is Orion is the right answer. Next, a table provides a list of constellations and their numbers of stars. Okay, Ursa Major. Just now we have seen what is Ursa Major. Okay, and then Orion. So this is the Ursa Major or a Big Dipper, or it is also called Saptarshi Mandala. And this is, just now we have seen in the previous question, is the Orion one. And what do you mean by Libra? Libra is a balance, you know. It looks like a balance. Right, and then Aries is, you know, we call it as Mesha, right? You can make out here it's a Mesha. So each of these constellations are made of some number of stars here. They appear that as if they are made up of these number of stars. What can be concluded about the constellations? Right, it's a group of stars. Second, it's a very bright star. Next, it is a closest star to the earth. Third, it's always contain even numbers of stars. See, about constellation he says following statement, right? It is always containing even number of stars is the wrong answer. It is a closest star. No, it's a group of star, right? So it's a group of star is a correct answer. It appears to be a group of stars. Please remember this, right? They may be far away from each other. So first option A is more appropriate here. We'll go for the next question. The table lists planets of solar system. Okay, from Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. So which planet is the largest in our solar system? Simple question. We have all studied in the previous videos that, or even in the previous classes, that Jupiter is the largest planet in our solar system. So option is B. A student studies that if Saturn is placed in a large pool of water, well, if the Saturn is placed in water, it would float above the water. What could result the floating of a Saturn on the water? Right. Now first we should understand, right, why objects, let's say there is a wooden block and you have placed it in water and it floats. Now why wooden blocks floats on water? Remember a concept called density. Density is mass per unit volume. Okay, we will not go in detail of this, but remember that every object has some density. This wooden box has some density, and also for water. Okay. Now if wood has a density less than water, then it floats on water. So in this case, density of the Saturn is less than the density of the water. So obviously it floats on water. So the answer is C. Next question. A student made a list of few objects as given in the table. Sun, Moon, Jupiter, Alpha Centauri and Proxima Centauri. These are the stars. Right? And of course, both are same by different name. Then Sun, Moon and Jupiter. Moon is a satellite, Sun is a star and Jupiter is a planet. We all know that. Which of these celestial bodies? All these are celestial bodies. Okay. Out of which of these are part of solar system? Now what is solar system? Solar system includes a sun and all those which are revolving around the sun. Right? And that includes satellite, planets, comets, asteroids, meteors, all includes in a solar system. So let us go to these options one by one. Moon and Jupiter. Moon revolves around the earth, and while revolving around the earth, it revolves around the sun also, and Jupiter being a planet, it revolves around the sun. So this is the correct answer, whereas Alpha Centauri, it's a different star it is. Okay, this also is a star. So star is just far away from the sun. It doesn't revolve around the sun. That's why these are not a part of our answer. A is the correct answer. The correct answer is A. Next question. A student studies that like planets, asteroids are also celestial bodies. Like planets, asteroids are also celestial bodies and part of our solar system. Yes. Which characteristics makes asteroids part of solar system? And what are asteroids? Asteroids are, small objects which are revolving around the sun between planet Mars and Jupiter. Right? So there are millions of asteroids which are moving around it. And why they are included in the solar system? Because they revolve around the sun. All those celestial bodies which are revolving around the sun are called members of the solar system. Right? So it revolves around the sun. So next question now. Next question. The image represents a comet along with its orbit of revolution around the sun. So he says it's a comet. Which of these characteristics may help to identify the comet in the sky? Very simple. When the comet is an object, generally very icy, lot of ice is deposited, rocky also. So when it comes closer to the sun, because of the sun's radiation, most of the ice will be evaporated, and that makes the dust particles which are nearby, will move away. And when they reflect light, it appears like a tail. Right? So these are the dust particles which are thrown away or blown away gently by solar radiation. Right? So we shall pick up one of these now. Increase in the length of the tail as it approaches the sun. Rotation of the celestial body on its own axis. circular object of revolution around the sun, spherical shape of the body. So the first one is correct. As it comes very close to the sun, more of such phenomena occurs, and that makes length of the comet appears lengthier and lengthier, right? Next question, which of these characteristics classifies a satellite into an artificial satellite? Because they are man-made. That's a very simple question. They are formed by the nature. Wrong answer. They are man-made satellite, right? We shall also read they are not controlled by humans. Wrong. They are not used for communication. Wrong, right? So this is the correct answer. They are man-made satellites, right? And we shall conclude this video here, and in the next video we shall take up the NCERT textbook questions. Thank you very much.